Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Becca, and wow, today is going to be a little plant chores video. We're gonna go around and do a few things. I have been noticing that there just is not much to do plant chores wise right now. Everything has been repotted. I'm keeping up with watering. And yeah, like nothing too exciting is really happening, but there are a few things I want to do to sort of close out this season. I need to put away some stuff and just organize, and I need to do a few repottings. But yeah, I should be pretty chill, and I should say as well that this video is sponsored by Casetify. I am so relieved that this video is sponsored by Casetify because I finally got some new cases because I got the new iPhone 14 and I received my package, and I'm really excited to show you the phone cases that I got. But first, let's do a little bit of repotting. So this table here is not really set up currently for repotting. Usually this table becomes the catch-all, like we have a ton of random stuff. And then I move it down to the bottom shelf. And then eventually when the bottom shelf fills up, I'm like, oh, I need to take care of this. And then I will do a little clean out. First, we're going to mismatch the pots on these two plants. So it's going to be a little bit of pot roulette because this pot for my Anthurium baluenum is too small. It is growing out the bottom. And this pot for my Veitchii is too big. And when I repotted it initially, I was like, oh, I think this is gonna be too big. But I'm also seeing, I just moved this plant, there is a leaf coming out. It has a new leaf. I'll show you that when I'm done repotting it. But the roots are coming out the bottom of this one. So she definitely needs an upgrade. And when I was repotting these plants, you know, a couple months ago, I knew. I was like, this is not gonna last very long. And I was right, it only lasted like a couple of months. And I can tell that it has really filled up this pot. So I'm gonna go get a chopstick. Oh my gosh, I can see roots like coming up the side of the pot. These roots are like suctioned to the terracotta, which is something that I have heard can happen, but it's never happened to me before. So I'm going to, basically what I've heard that you can do in that situation is soak the entire pot in water and it'll just sort of loosen everything up. So I don't want to break roots. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And in the meantime, I'm gonna unpot this one. This one should be a lot easier, I hope. But I am still gonna use the chopstick. You know what, guys? I don't think that I should take it out of this pot either. It's like filling it up pretty nicely. I thought I was gonna be repotting today, but I don't think I should. I think I should just leave this because the roots are filling out the pot pretty nicely. I mean, it has been in there for a while, so I don't think I should disturb it. And I just disturbed it quite a bit, but it'll be fine. I don't have to worry about rot. All of those roots look really healthy. So I will just have to find another pot for our other friend. And I don't know if I have one that's gonna be big enough. I think I do, actually. It's another terracotta pot. You can probably hear my dishwasher, so ignore that, but I'm soaking this in just a huge pot, and I'm gonna leave it for a while because I think it's gonna take a bit for the terracotta to pull in the water. And actually I might just throw some in there because I feel like this outside of this pot is coated. So I actually don't know if it'll soak it in from the outside, but it'll definitely soak it in from the inside. So we'll update on that in a second. Something else we can do in the meantime is I can update you on the plants that I have in my bedroom. Monstera deliciosa. And it's been in this spot for a little bit over a month. And it's been super happy. These leaves are facing up towards the grow light. And as you saw, there's like a big puff of dust that just came off of it. It really needs to be cleaned. Like, it needed to be cleaned before I even brought it in here. Ooh, she is dirty. So I'm just gonna take this into the shower to shower it off and give it water because, again, it's been a month since I've watered it. And yeah, maybe we'll do some repositioning of the leaves Like these ones might be more willing to cooperate with being moved. So yeah, let's get it into the bathroom. I also have this Ray-Ban ZZ in here, and I keep telling myself I'm gonna move it, but I don't. It sits in this north window over here, so we're just gonna rinse it off and give it a water as well since we're here. Normally when I water this plant, I let it drain out for a long time because that is a big pot and it holds lots of water and soil, so it takes a while for it to be done washing out, rinsing out, I don't know. But while I'm in here, I wanted to show you guys something else. These plants need to be dusted too. My leaves are very dirty. Sorry, Nicole. I installed this grow frame in my bedroom at the same time that I installed the Soltech light, and I have been so pleased with it. It's so cute. It really is a fun little addition to this wall. And of course, I need to figure out something with the cord, and my room is not yet like decorated, so I just kind of put it up there because I knew that I wanted it there, but I had been putting it off because I wanted to wait until my room was decorated. It's decorated, but it's not like done. You know when a space is like done, it's not done. So I finally just decided to do this, even if it does take me a lot longer to finish my room or even start my room. So I put my squamiferum in here. It has these really fun fuzzy petioles, very pretty. And then I have kind of hidden actually this Hoya australis Lisa, and I mainly put this one here because I wanted it to be under a grow light so that maybe it could do something more. So it's kind of hidden like from our view, but it's definitely getting light from those grow lights. And then I have my watermelon peperomia, which might be on its last leg. I might have to replace this soon, which this is one of those plants that I've accepted that I'm probably gonna have to replace it every so often, just because it starts to look pretty ugly and not that great, and the growth comes in a lot slower, and then it eventually dies. And when you get a new fresh one, they're just so pretty. And they last for probably like a year for me, so I don't know. I don't really mind having to do that, but I do need to dust this. As you can see, it's very dusty. So let's do that real quick. Okay friends, between plant chores, I want to take a moment to talk about Casetify, which is today's sponsor. So as I said earlier, I did get the iPhone 14 and I'm so excited. It's the iPhone 14 Plus. So it's pretty much the same size as my old phone, but it does take a different case. So I got some new cases for it. So Casetify's bounce case has these expanded corners that, as you can see, so when your phone drops, it actually just bounces off of these. And this one is actually drop tested approved up to 21.3 feet, whereas the Ultra Impact cases are 9.8 feet. And as you can see, Casetify really outdoes themselves with their designs. They have over 300 artists that they collaborate with to create a culturally diverse group of artists and art that can be shared with us in the form of phone cases. My favorite artist is Bodil Jane. You can see the little logo there, and also I have a fruit case from that artist. I love them so much. So I think it's time for a drop test. I've got a screen protector on this one from Casetify, and I've got the bounce case on. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this drop. It still does make me nervous every time though. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Okay. Whew. We're good. You can see my dogs. Oh, look how cute they are in the background. But anyway, yes, the front and the back is all good, and I'm happy to report that. These phone cases are also made from recycled phone cases, if you guys didn't know that. So Casetify has a program called Recasetify where they break down old phone cases and turn them into new phone cases. And it's just a really great way to recycle post-consumer waste. And in addition to phone cases, they also have like fun accessories. I got this gold phone chain, and basically you just like hook it up to your phone and then you can wear your phone. I can't tell you how like handy this is going to be for me because I hate carrying a purse, like honestly. And we know that women's clothing doesn't usually have pockets, awesome. So if I am ever like without a pocket or I just want to do something simple, I can literally just like wear this as a little crossbody, and it's like my phone is a little purse. If you are interested in checking out Casetify for your new iPhone 14 like me, or your current phone that you have right now, you can head down to the link down below. It is casetify.com/plants, and you'll get 15% off your order. Thank you, Casetify. I love my cases. They're so cute. It's still not completely soft, but I'm going to try to etch away a little bit as I pull this out. I have the stopper in the drain right now. I'm just basically dropping all of this in the sink. It did definitely help loosen. I can feel like I can pull the roots gently off of the walls of the pot. Goodness. Whew. I got it out. Check it out. That is like all roots. There's barely any. Okay, there's a little bit of soil in there, but that is mostly roots. Let's go to the repotting station. All right, this is the pot I think I'm gonna go for. I think it'll be a good size. I hope. I think that this is even too small. Wow, she is a big girl. I'm gonna put it in there for now just so that it actually has a home. I think I would go up like one more pot size and be the most comfortable, but I don't have one more pot size up. So it should be fine through the winter, and then in spring, I'll repot it. But it's definitely bigger than the old pot, which is what we need. So hopefully this will be okay. It's kind of leaning forward, so I'm gonna use this stick here to stick down in there, and then I'm going to tether the plant to that stick just so that it doesn't fall forward, which I feel, I fear that it wants to. We're back for some plant chores. For more plant chores, and the sun is in my face. I really need to install the curtains in here, but I'm kind of waiting until there's something in my mouth. I'm kind of waiting until I do my refresh for this room, because I do plan on doing a plant room refresh. It's going to be significantly less intense than the last one that I did, but it will be a refresh. And I'll be changing a few things. Again, nothing like super significant, but it'll make an improvement to me. I don't know how noticeable it'll be for you, but I will share about it as I'm doing that. But okay, so I have this geometricans, Myrtillo cactus geometricans crested, and this has looked pretty bad for a while because it like fell over, and then I never picked it up, and then the bottom of the plant died. Oh, that's what it was. Honestly, it might have even been last winter. The bottom of the plant died, and then this piece was still hanging on, and then it fell over. So I'm gonna repot this in this beautiful pot here. It's a desert pot, and yeah, it's gonna look like that. I think that's super cute. And I'm using tongs to do this. These are like little silicone tipped tongs. I think that the silicone adds a lot of nice grip, and I appreciate that. I use those tongs so much, just in like normal life as well. I'm currently using the not De La Tanks, gosh, I mess that up every time. I'm currently using the Tanks Green Stuff Cactus Mix, and it's pretty similar to De La Tanks, but it's much, much chunkier. So sometimes people will ask me if you can use De La Tanks for cactus. And if it's either using De La Tanks or using cactus mix from, you know, the garden center, then definitely use De La Tanks. It's going to be much chunkier and your plant will be much happier in the long run. Tanks Green Stuff does make a cactus specific mix, and it's used by botanical gardens in Arizona, like the Tucson Botanical Garden and the Phoenix Botanical Garden, which are both really reputable cactus growers. And so they really like it, and I really like it. honestly, once I started planting my cactus in it, they were loads happier. I don't know, I think a big reason for that is just how chunky it is. And you're getting cactus mix from people who actually grow cactus and like live around cactus and are familiar with the soil needs of cactus. And I've been using it since probably maybe 2019 or 2020. Definitely since before we made a mix together. And we actually worked on a brand deal together to promote their cactus mix. And that is what really introduced me to their team at Tank's Green Stuff. And from there, we just started chatting and we're like, wait, what if we made a houseplant mix? Because yeah, they're kind of asking me, I think that's how the conversation started. They were asking me like if I would use any of their products for houseplants. And I was like, I would use some of the products like as a base, like to start, but I do mix my own mix. And then we started talking about creating a pre-made mix. And from there, I started going into the office and kind of like looking at ingredients and talking to them about the mix that I make at home and like how we can recreate it on like in a better way on a larger scale. And that's kind of how that all started. So yeah, a little origin story of De La Tanks if you didn't know. But yeah, so she's repotted, looks pretty nice. I am going to be showcasing this plant in a video that I'm filming probably, well, I was gonna film it today, but the sun is really in here and I'd have to hang up a curtain. I need to do that before life truly gets super annoying and I can't film after a certain time of day because this is the time of day where I really come alive. It's currently like 2:30 or maybe 3 o'clock. Prior to this moment during the day, I'm kind of a zombie. And actually before I put that back, I need to organize this whole section because I have a bunch of plant storage bins like underneath. Like this whole bench, this whole back wall has a Becca unit, but I hardly ever use it just because it's kind of annoying to get into. So I think I'm going to push everything forward because I'm not using the love seat that's in here typically. I used to have a love seat for the other side of the table and I still have it. It's just in my garage and I haven't been using it. And I really don't want to part with it because it's a part of the matching set here. And this is like a vintage set from Japan. And I just don't think that I would ever be able to find it again. Like I definitely could never. So I'm holding on to it because maybe in a future situation I might use it. Or if I ever end up selling the set, I can sell it as a complete set. But I don't see myself selling it, honestly. So because it's so hard to get into the Becca unit, I just end up putting things behind these chairs because you can't see it. And it's my way of being like, oh, it's put away. It's out of my line of sight. So that means it's put away, right? But no, that's not how it works. So I need to figure out what's behind there. And also I have a bunch of pots on the bottom shelf of this rattan unit thing, shelving unit. And I need to put all of that in the bins because I do have a specific box for that. So, all right, I'm gonna stop chatting and I'm gonna get cleaning. Sophie. Okay, you guys, I dyed Cooper's hair because I was trying to make him chocolate brown again because his hair is turning white. And I just turned him into a ginger. And you can't dye their faces, so you can see around his face where the original color is. I'm hoping that it fades quite a bit. But anyway, that's that. If you see him in the background. It was pet safe dye, so nobody come for me. Anyway, I cleaned up the plant room in its entirety. I got kind of carried away. I feel like I do a deep clean on this room like once a week because it just gets so messy. It is definitely like the catch-all room in every sense of the word. That is, that's done, thankfully. And now I think I'm gonna go put that Monstera back. It's in the bathtub still towards the end of the day, so I'm gonna go put that back. Ooh, heavy. I wish that I actually knew how much this thing weighs, because if I had to guess, I'd say it's like 50 or 60 pounds. For a plant? That is heavy. Replaced. This leaf is kind of all out of sorts. I'm gonna come back in eventually and maybe train this upwards, but yeah, I'm gonna see what happens after it is maybe a few days post-watering. But yeah, looking good. Okay, honestly, I feel like with this room being clean and all of my chores being done, I'm gonna end the video there. I think that I'm maybe gonna do some watering because I'm really trying to do my watering in this room where I'm not doing everything at once. So I'm kind of, like what I did the other day is I watered the shelf and then I watered like, I don't know, just a few things that looked thirsty, but I was checking in a lot sooner than I normally would, so not everything was thirsty. And I might just do that more often because watering this entire room at one time is not fun, and that's not going to be sustainable for me long term. And I've been doing it for like a year now, but I just feel like I kind of want to break it up into a couple different days. So maybe the wall gets watered one day, and then the bench underneath gets watered another day, and then the shelf gets watered another day, and then this half of the room gets watered a different day. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out a way to spread it out because I do oftentimes avoid watering in here just because I know it's going to be such a big task. But anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and doing some plant chores. I'm really going to try to keep these up through the winter because they're so much fun. Maybe I will be doing a lot more once the greenhouse is up and running. We will just have to see. Okay, my dogs are outside playing, running around in the leaves. You can see Cooper's like weird ginger hair. Not that ginger hair is weird, it's just he's not supposed to be ginger, he's supposed to be chocolate. And that just did not work out for us. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure that you're subscribed if you're not already. I have a big goal to meet 100,000 subscribers. And when I say meet 100,000 subscribers, that was actually an accident. I didn't mean to say meet, but that really is what this is because I feel like we're friends and I want to get to know you guys and I want to chat with you in the comments and I want to, I don't know, talk with you across platforms, meet you on TikTok, watch your content. So definitely let me know if you're new here in the comments down below or share my profile with a friend because yeah, hitting 100,000, I feel like that would be so exciting. Okay, all right, that's all I'm gonna say. Bye.